Hello everyone, I am Brody, Stuart is Franco. We have a Nana, a Sabre, a Badang. They have a son, a Valir, a Ruby, a Harley and a Leslie. So I wanted to show you that I'll still playing Brody, firstly as marksman, not jungler. I haven't really learnt the jungle role yet, so playing him as marksman. And I realised that I'd saved like 4 really good videos where I do some insane footage of Brody, and then I had a 5th video which showed where I was playing him in an average game, where I got like a solid like 8 or something, but it was a pretty dull performance. Well, that's because unfortunately I lost the other recordings, so that's all I had to show you, because I played Brody basically for 40 games in a row just to learn this guy. That's not to say I now know him, it's simply to say I was committed to the undertaking, basically. Well, basically Stuart and I ended up recording this last night, and I thought, okay, well this should show off what I can do with Brody. It should be a bit better than the last one, which was a bit of a snooze fest. So with that in mind, here we go. Let's try and turn up the game sounds a little bit. So I am laning against two of them. I've got Ruby and I've got Leslie. Should be okay with that. Stuart's just invading to mess around with their buff. Here comes their Harley. Is he going to? Beautiful, but he's still in the circle, I think, there. So anyway, I see him go in to engage, but everyone from my lane basically comes out. Stuart has a little bit of a scrap. Some of the marksman footage, if you've ever played a marksman, you'll understand, can be quite dull. There's me not knowing what I'm running into. Oops. But, you know, sometimes marksman is just staying in lane whilst your team has amazing team fights. And that's why I often prefer showing my footage of Franco, because I'm always roaming, I'm always dynamic, it's always exciting and interesting. But, yeah, sometimes marksman can be boring to watch. It's quite fun playing it, if it's any consolation. You know, if I had my ulti, I do have my ulti. Oh no, just too many. I went to show off. I didn't have enough items. Later on, if I were like higher level and such, or had my items, I would have won that, but I didn't this time, so got greedy on a 3-on-1. You saw I basically, the moment I got my ulti, I'm like, well, now I can definitely do this. But I've got to remember I need items first. Sometimes I'm just too used to playing like the tank or the roamer, where you can basically do that. Yep, not long in the fight, already at half health. Yeah, sometimes it's brutal. Sometimes I think I should put lifesteal on my build, but I think there's a reason why I don't. I can't remember. I see Stuart, he's grabbed someone, so I go to offload some damage, use my number 2 to secure the kill and get a stun after Stuart's stun had ended there. That was basically us lining up our CC. His suppress ends, I get the stun, he could actually aim the hook and get another stun following mine, so we could actually crowd control someone for like maybe 2 seconds, something like that. So as you can see, they're out here having fun and engaging and stuff. Oof, that's probably him dead. How much damage did Harley get on him? Okay, not enough to kill him. Yeah, rotating back up, basically. The team fights are all really interesting, but I have to sit and get fed first. And that's basically what this is. This is that. Turtle's going to be top shortly. So that's why their team's making its way down here. He wanted some of what we got. I'm like, well, yeah, I can take care of that. Then I wanted to get some marks on her. Ulti went off, but I'd already killed her, luckily. Stuart rotates up with Sabre, who did help there. Sabre did help. But Stuart rotates up and we basically pick up 2 kills, which is pretty much his experience when I play. roaming Franco as well. You know, basically if I turn up in the lane of the other one, whoever turns up as Franco gets the other one. 2 kills, it's quite impressive. Took the whole outer shield there, and I got it just before they actually dropped, so I eventually won my lane because I got the whole gold shield and I did about half health. Obviously they're having like insane actions in different lanes and stuff. Stuart sat with Nana and Saber just soloed Turtle and stuff, but you know, equally important to that, I won my lane, which means we're probably ahead on gold because that's what I did. I stayed and I farmed gold. Yeah, look at me, I'm easily the top contributor for gold in that entire game. That's what you add as a marksman. It can be boring because you're avoiding these team fights, but that's what you're gaining from it, is gold. You're putting your team in a position to win. Nice, Leslie. I didn't want any of that, thanks. Stuart's been killed and come back to life.
This void consumes me.
So, yeah, we're just starting to get to a position where I think I've just picked up my first item. Let's take a look. Yeah, I've got the green sword, which is what I call it, which is my first kind of damage item, so I'm starting to come online now. I think I'm going for a defensive item next. Bang. Stole that kill, but I'll take it. I'm like, oh, if Leslie's not careful here, I can get her. But she got out of my range. Lost top tower whilst I've been team fighting, and you'll notice that, well, we're still ahead, but they're kind of catching us up or maintaining on us with regards to gold. We're kind of surrendering that advantage. So it's back to lane, back to pushing lane. So I saw where most of their team was. Stuart's calling me for the team fight mid, and I'm saying, I can't go, dude. I'm really sorry. Nana's like, please, Hannibal, please. I'm like, look, I can't do it. What I can do is I can take this tower. You were always going to die. Great triple kill on Monkey there. But my teammates were always going to die. I just did the right thing in not dying too, and instead I got a tower, so I'm quite happy with that. I didn't know which way their team was going to go, so knowing that they went to Badang and Turtle was down there, we moved into position. I of course immediately retreated on top lane, because if they'd rotated top and caught me, I was extremely dead. So it's now me and Stuart versus these 4. Stuart gets murdered. I am starting to put down some damage, but I'm not really built for this yet. Unfortunately, we lost Stuart. Yeah, I just couldn't go in. It was you and me and 4 of them, basically. Our team weren't there yet. That's a good one. Gets the double. Is he gonna give up? Is he? Nope. Good stun though. And he picks up the triple and the wipeout. Definitely not going to. And I was wondering, essentially from the triple, would this have counted as the maniac? I don't know if enough time had passed. You'll have to clock the timestamps below. But yeah, that could have been a maniac there. So that was 4 kills. I got a triple plus the 1, but I don't know if it was. I think you've only got maybe like 3 seconds to do it in, and I think that was probably more like 6. So probably not the maniac, but I would like it officially recognised that could have been a maniac if it were just slightly faster. But it was hard to be faster because their team was wiped out. All 5 of them were dead. It's just Leslie came back. And she used a rival. Here we go, straight back into the fight. Never sure which one is the correct monkey. It's always the one running away from you. Yeah, and then of course he's already ducked out, so I knew everything I was doing there was wasted. I'm going back to push top lane, but I got distracted in middle. That's where Stuart was saying he wanted the next team fight. He's grabbed actual monkey, and so we just go and blow him up. I cannot believe it. For some reason, you saw there my basic attack didn't go off, so I didn't kill that son, and he obviously teleported immediately. Harley dumped his damage, but I stunned him afterwards. Get the double. Getting ready to blast basically everyone. Here's the triple. And then I go after Monkey. But because he is so tanky, I only pick him up after the time has expired for Maniac. But that was my second 4. But yeah, because I had to get through so many Sun clones, I actually ran out of time period to go from a triple to a Maniac. That's how slow it is to kill Sun, even for a marksman as strong as Brody. As you can see, he had no chance. Obviously, I was just flipping around, just blasting all his clones to death in one shot, pretty much, but it was just so time consuming that their Valir had come back and run down lane and got me, and it was very frustrating. Youch. I think he was screaming at me saying, "Where's my team? Where's my team?" And I'm like, what happened? Why are you dead? Pushing my lane, staying on duty. Good. There's no team fights to contribute. I see bottom's not looking great, but I'm thinking I can take inhibitor if the team distracts them, because my lane push is so good. It's honestly, it's bonkers. Look how much damage I'm doing to that tower. It's crazy. Yep, happy to take that Leslie snipe. That was completely pointless. She didn't even scare me off. I'd already decided to leave. Wow. Unfortunately, I didn't arrive in time to save Franco. I imagine he had a few choice words to say about that in the match. They're obviously going turtle, but it wasn't so obvious for us because we don't get to see them on the map the whole time, because this is the replay, not the live, obviously. So yeah, it was obvious they were going turtle, but what could we have done anyway? It was, me at half health plus a half health Nana. Basically, Harley could one-shot either of us. Sun could shut us down long enough for the rest of the team to kill us. They've got a really good team. Sun could probably burst us, to be honest. Anyway, our team's mostly back up and running now. Leslie's pushing bottom and their Lord is pushing top. Nana goes to take out Leslie and I panic and I don't know which one to do, so I make a terrible decision. I don't stop the bottom and I don't even kill Leslie, and I leave the top for Franco, who's got the worst lane clear. So I got that completely wrong. I should have run straight to Lord and burst him before he did any damage to that tower. Now luckily I was able to do that, but that should have been a no-brainer. My insane thank you. I didn't get any credit for that though, which is fair. I didn't do much, but Saber's going off. This is mostly a good push from them. I don't think that's the real monkey. Oh no, maybe that is. Oh, brilliant. Even then I wasn't sure it was the real one. That's how insanely bad I am at fighting monkey. If you want to ever beat me, just play monkey. I can't cope. So we're pushing mid. We've got a team advantage. People are out for quite a while now, probably like 30 or 40 seconds at a time. So it's definitely the time of the game where staying alive is more important sometimes than killing people. Big damage. Hooked out and killed. In comes Harley. I shut him down with my dive. allowing Stuart to get his suppress off, which meant he was in range when I started the auto attack, and even though he blinked miles away, I still shot him because there's no range limit at the end of the animation. I dive in to shut down Ruby, and I did not expect Sun to just deck me. Absolutely battered me. Now, that was the real monkey, so I could have turned around and killed him. Do I have ulti? Yes, I did, so I could have. But it was just too risky at that much health. Monkey can really blow you up. So despite the fact I've picked up 2 4 kills, essentially 2 maniacs I've picked up in this game, they're still right on top of us. It's still 29-25, and the gold's almost, well, they've just got a 500 gold lead at the moment. So things are really tight. The team fight's tight, the gold's tight, the towers are tight. Yeah, it's still very competitive after 15 minutes. Normally, whoops, auto aim. Normally these games have kind of gone to bed at this point, so it's good to see it's still competitive. I'm staying on Lord, thinking I've got some damage here. There's our jungler, he'll help. There's their jungler. I've kind of forced him off so our jungler could pick up the kill. And, you know, if he comes out... Yeah, I was just dropping my ulti to kill him in style, but Stuart casually just bonked him over the head with his shovel there and picks up the kill. But I was trying to make that look a little stylish, which is why I didn't get the kill. I just delayed a bit too long. I'm probably rotating back to hopefully protect base. And we've got Lord, who's just spawned. Most of their team is dead, and they'll be not up for like another 20 seconds or so at this stage. So I'm thinking they're pushing with Lord mid. I will go top and stick to my duties. You know, they've still got all 3 inhibitors. We haven't got any. Well, we've got 1, but barely. So I just wanted to push top out so we at least had an advantage. Saber's taken out their jungler, which is great for us now. There's nothing really that scares me other than maybe Sun. I see she's getting involved. I do my stun to try and give him a chance to get away, but he doesn't take it. I get the blast on her, no problems, because I'm in the bushes to hide from Leslie. I rotate down. Our Lord's just arrived, so I can be aggressive under tower. I don't know, I just stand in Villiers damage like an idiot. Even though I've got immortality. Great hook. I'm like, I'll have her, use my dive to stun her. There's my ulti. Blasts her down. Sadly, the stacks had dropped on Villiers, otherwise he was dead as well. But, you know, fair play. At this point, we've got creep under the tower, and as you can see, I'm going to start hitting the base, I think. Yeah, and I'm absolutely wrecking it. So, great game. I got essentially 2 maniacs. Except for I think the time was a little long between both, and Stuart killed the 4th person, but pretty good. Yep, MVP 16-4. Don't forget, one of those 2 times I died is right at the start at level 4, where I'd just got my ulti and no items, and I'm like, I can blast these fools, and I went 3-on-1. And I did get 1 of them, but I put the other 2 at about 20% health, but I didn't have enough items and stuff to kill them. So one of my 2 deaths was incredibly stupid. So pretty decent result for me. And a solid 6.7, which is a gold in this match. I've seen that be a silver for Franco. Very good result for Franco there. Now what you're about to see is in the following game... well, we'll do a 2-part spectacular, I suppose, with me and Stuart's channel, which I'll link his video response to this. But basically, yeah, the next video you'll watch will be on his channel, and it will be the next game after this one, immediately after this one, where I think I play Franco and Stuart plays Roger. I think that's the way around it goes, but essentially he tanked for me and I got MVP in this match, so afterwards he's like, well, why don't you tank for me and see what I can do? And that will be the next video in this series on Stuart's channel. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. That was a lot of fun to play, and I hopefully showed you that my Brody skills aren't just so mundane. I actually can do some pretty bonkers damage, and I got 4 kills twice, so not bad. All right, see you later. Bye.